What is up, y'all? Real quick, I'm just gonna turn the sound up a little bit. Turned it down for the cup sound pack and just kept forgetting to turn it back up. So that's gonna be fine. Let's hop back into it here. Jeez, I have a lot of replays saved. Carrying us all the way through the rest of the season. But we're gonna hop into South Boston here. Welcome back to the MG Modified Tour here on NBC. We're at Stafford, getting ready to kick things off. One of the fan favorite tracks here, just in America, but especially with the modified drivers and modified fans alike. So we've got a quick one lined up here today as the field comes through 3 and 4. We're gonna take the green flag this time by. Green flag in the air, and they're racing at Stafford. Bobby Hutchins on the inside. Todd Zegedy up high, up on the banking. Hutchins was down on the apron, and he's going to take the lead off into turn 1. Big stuttering here. There's a lot going on with my computer. Trying to upload in the background. It's been on for a little while. It's a lot of issues. Why is the field stopping? They all just kind of stopped in the middle of 1 and 2. So the 2 of Zegedy driving away. Bobby Hutchins seems to be a little bit off the pace, and he's holding up everybody behind him. As you see, they're side by side behind for P3, and they're not going anywhere. Hutchins not pulling away like that 2 of Zegedy is. As they head down the back straightaway yet again. (14) Still trying to hang on as Donnie Leah moves up in the 3rd. Ted Christopher right there behind him as well. Now, Christopher's made a few starts in the MG Cup Series. For those that don't remember, however, he was driving for Kirk Shelmerdine's team, a underfund team that really didn't have the same resources and equipment, so he was kind of a field filler, but still made starts and has experience in that series, similar to Chris Mack, who has actually won races in the MG Cup Series. So he's definitely got some racing experience under his belt, and plus many years of racing prior to that as well. Junior Miller, Mike Stefanik, Frank Fleming all having a battle, along with the 17 of Brian King starting to work his way into that mix as well. And they're side by side, and King's going to get into the back of the 16, moves him up the racetrack, and now 2 rows of side by side right there, and we're just not going to watch any of it because we're going to treat it like it's Fox, even though it's NBC. Alright, that's what's going on with the leaders. Now back here, more side by side racing, hard racing back here. Still side by side, just inside the top 10. The 07 of Fleming stuck it on the high side and did not lift, clearing Junior Miller in the 69. Now here comes Jason Myers, our most recent winner here in this series, right behind Brian King. Todd Zegedy still out in front. The 14 is trying to reel him back in. I'm not sure if he was just off to a bad start, and now that we've got a run brewing here, maybe he might have found something. Might be slow on the launch and faster on the long runs here. That might be the strategy for that 14 team. Might be on purpose. Have them launching slowly. I don't know, might be something with the setup where it comes in later rather than now. That might not help on a late race restart, but for now, it seems to be helping. He's reeling in that 2 car. He's got the fastest lap on the racetrack as well. So definitely reeling in the 2 machine with each and every passing lap. The 2 has the second fastest lap time of the day. or the night rather. We're gonna ride on board with the 14. He heads down the back straightaway and into 3 and 4. Tracking his speed here down the front straightaway, almost 125 as he heads down into turn 1. Donnie Leah right behind as well. We're gonna have to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Stafford. Racing still about the same here. So we've got 2 grooves, one on the racetrack and one on the apron. The battle further back to see which one is going to prevail, but seeing here on the long run, it looks like the apron just seems to be the regular racing line for these guys. They're able to find some good grip down there, get it to rotate, even on the flat. So Bobby Hutchins fell back a little bit there. Todd Zegedy actually beat his best lap as the tires heat up a little bit there, and ran faster than Hutchins, who also beat his best lap. So Hutchins and Zegedy seem to be the 2 fastest cars on the track, and nobody's going to stop them unless it's a late race restart and things go haywire. Looking at the 48 of Tony Hirschman, reeling in Ted Christopher back here. Hirschman right to the rear bumper of that 36 machine, almost gave him a tap, decided against it, but he's going to lose some of that time that he just gained. Ted Christopher doing a great job playing defense there. Staying right on the bottom of the racetrack. The only way to get by, seemingly, is on the inside. Unless you have a good enough car to stick it up on the high side and get that run. Eric Beers off turn 4. Tried to reel in Tim Brown. Brown just drove away. The 48 of Hirschman's back on the rear bumper of the 36 car. Still can't quite get there. Through 1 and 2 yet again. We're going to have to take one more break in this race. We'll be back with 15 to go after this lap is over. Welcome back to the the MG Modified Tour here on NBC. Most of the field, seemingly, their positions are set. It's 15 laps to go. We have a bit of a battle brewing here as Junior Miller tries to play defense on Brian King. King had a great run brewing last race, but ended up having mechanical issues that took him out of the race midway through. So very unfortunate for him there. He was running second with a chance at getting up there and passing the leader at South Boston. Unfortunately, that wasn't able to happen. Frank Fleming with the run down the back stretch. I thought he was going to make the move in the 3 and 4. Decided against it. He's going to get up underneath that one car off turn 4 and try to make it down into 1 and 2. Very smart move by Fleming there. Great driving by Fleming. Now running him up the racetrack. He said, I want to stay on the racing surface for this one. And now he's going to, again, stay above the apron this time and clears the one of Burt Myers. Did a great job. But now Myers looking at crossing back underneath. He's down on the apron. But now the 07 also goes down to the apron to defend. Ten laps to go here from Stafford, and as we switch to a wider shot to see more of the action. Looks like the 2 is starting to catch lap traffic. Will that play a factor in this race, or is it too little too late? Everybody's pretty quick around here. Nobody's extremely slow or really far off the pace. So I doubt it'll make much of a difference if we even catch them. We're within 10 laps to go. I don't think that's enough time for Todd Zegedy to get there. So I think he'll definitely not be pushing, trying to catch those guys either. So I think he might be all right. He'll probably just cruise around and try and hang on for the victory. Just praying no caution, nothing breaks on that car, whatever it may be. Just cruising around out there. Coming to 6 laps to go this time by. Five laps to go from Stafford. I know the racing seems a little slow. And not competitive, but we're gonna work on that next season. We'll definitely work on it. And it's the track settings. That's all I really gotta mess around with. I gotta find that sweet spot for a lot of these tracks. But yeah, 3 laps to go, 2.5 as we head down the backstretch. Todd Zegedy's been absolutely dominant here today, and that's not a problem with me. You know, it is a race at the end of the day with 2 laps to go here. You know, dominance is bound to happen. It's a race. They're not gonna slow down and try to make the racing, interesting for the fans. They're gonna go out there and run their race, and if they win by 10 car lengths, then they win by 10 car lengths. But I just want to make sure the AI can actually pass each other. So I've messed around with their settings, the track settings, just making sure I can encourage closer racing and good battles. But off of turn 4, Todd Zegedy is gonna win at Stafford. Bobby Hutchins P2, Donnie Leah P3, and rounding out the top 5 is the 36 of Ted Christopher and the 48 of Tony Hirschman. That's going to do it. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe. I hope to see y'all next time, and until then,